Morning students, today I want to discuss about biomacromolecules, and I want to recall just before the explanation of the topic that as you all know that biomolecules are the molecules which are extracted from the living organisms having molecular weight greater than 1000 Dalton. So that's why these are called biomacromolecule. So means those molecules who are having weight less than 1000 Dalton are referred as microbiomolecules, whereas the molecules which have molecular weight greater than 1000 Dalton are referred as biomacromolecules. Now I want to tell you the range of the molecular weight. So we can say that these macrobiomolecules or biomacromolecules are having a range of molecular weight from 1000 Dalton to 10,000 Dalton. Means they will lie between 1000 Dalton to 10,000 Dalton. And while we are extracting the biomolecules from a living tissue, so we will obtain these biomolecules or these biomacromolecules from acid insoluble fraction. As we know that while we are filtering the extract with the help of the cheese paper, so the filtrate is called as acid soluble pool, while the unfiltered portion which remains over the cheese paper is called as acid insoluble pool. ठीक है, तो in that particular fraction, basically in acid insoluble pool there are three types of biomacromolecules are there, and which are polysaccharides, nucleic acids and proteins. Along with them we also obtain lipids, since we know that lipids are, since these cannot dissolve in polar solution, so that's why these remain in along with the acid insoluble pool, but they are considered as biomacromolecule, not macromolecules. These are considered as biomicromolecules. Now the another concept I want to discuss with you, since we know that three types of biomacromolecules are there in acid insoluble fraction, and these are polysaccharides, uh, these are some proteins, as well as these are some nucleic acids. Now one more thing I want to tell you that since we know that acid soluble pool contains all the cytoplasmic composition, while the acid insoluble pool contains macromolecules along with the cellular organelles which are distributed into the cytoplasm. So initially I want to discuss polysaccharides, which are the very first one component of the biomacromolecules. So as we know that polysaccharides are basically the organic compounds. These are we can consider polysaccharide as a class of carbohydrates which are long chain, or we can say that these are the long polymers of monosaccharides. Since we know that monosaccharides are the monomers of carbohydrates, when they join together and form a long chain, then the long chain is called as polymer, and the polymer stage is called as polysaccharides. So we can classify these polysaccharides into two different types: homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. Now what is the difference between homopolysaccharide and heteropolysaccharide? Homopolysaccharide is a long chain of monomers which is composed of only single type of monomer. Like for example, cellulose is a kind of homopolysaccharide chain, starch is a kind of homopolysaccharide chain, which are composed of a single type of monomers. While heteropolysaccharide chains like chitin, okay, which is present as exoskeleton of the arthropods, as well as the cell wall is made up of cell wall in fungus is made up of chitin. This is a kind of heteropolymer, means different types of polymers are joining together and they are forming heteropolysaccharide chain. Now initially I am talking about the cellulose. Cellulose, as we know that it's a kind of polysaccharide, and which type of polysaccharide? Homopolysaccharide. Okay, it consisting of only one kind of monosaccharides or monomers, and the monomers are glucose here. Yani many glucose molecules are joining together with the help of a glycosidic bond, and they are forming a long chain, and this chain is called as cellulase. Okay, similarly I want to tell you that cellulose, where we can find cellulose is present in the cell wall of the plant cell, as well as the cotton fibers are also composed of cellulose. Now the second kind of homopolymer is starch. Okay, and we know that the food in plant cell is stored inside in the form of starch, and this starch is also a kind of polysaccharide, and it is also made up of glucose molecules. Okay, now the next is called Inulin is a, in another words we can say that insulin or inulin, the synthetic insulin is called as, artificial insulin is called as inulin, and it is a polysaccharide which is present in the present in the animals, and it is made up of fructose. So we can say that it's a homopolysaccharide, or it's a polymer of fructose. Similarly, glycogen is also kind of polymer, or a polysaccharide, and it is also made up of glucose. And in animals the food is stored in the form of the glycogen. It means the glucose molecule are forming a polysaccharide chain which is called as glycogen. Okay, now here you can observe different structures. You can observe the structure of the cellulose, you can observe the structure of the amylose or amylopectin. So these are the different structures. Now one additional thing I want to discuss with you, in a polysaccharide the monosaccharides are joined together, and how they join together, you know very well that a bond is required to join two monomers, and this bond is called glycosidic bond. And while a long chain is forming, so definitely there are two ends of the chain, one is left end and the another end is called right end. So while we are talking about a long chain of polysaccharide, so we can say that the left end is called non-reducing end of the polysaccharide chain, while the right end is called as reducing end of the polysaccharide chain. And one more thing, while the starch are forming a long chain, this chain coils or forms a coil like structure, or we can say that it forms a helical like structure. And this helical can hold iodine molecule, while iodine is introduced in that particular chain. So that's why the starch can hold iodine, and that's why while we are going for the starch test, is starch present in anything, so we are testing it with the iodine. Due to the presence, due to its structure, it holds iodine and gains blue or blackish color. So we can say that due to the iodine and polysaccharide complex, or due to the iodine complex, a blue color appears in starch while we are testing starch with the iodine. Now cellulose is also a kind of polymer which is made up of glucose, but it does not forms any helical kind of structure. It does not forms any complex along with the iodine, so we cannot do iodine test to check the presence of cellulose, while we can check the presence of starch with the help of iodine. Okay, similarly chitin is also a kind of uh, we can say that polysaccharide chain, and which is formed of amino sugars. Okay, and these amino sugars are basically chemically modified kind of sugars. Okay, like glucosamine is the one example, or N-galactosamine is the another example, where the amino sugars are joining together and they are forming a long chain of chitin, or a kind of polysaccharide. And where can we find it? We know very well that chitin is found in the cell wall of the fungus as well as the exoskeleton of the arthropods. So I am concluding today myself. I hope so you understood what are biomacromolecules, and what are the first category polysaccharides, and what are their structures. Thank you, bye bye, and have a nice day.